Hi guys, it's Dan. I want to do a quick video showing you how we steam clean a roof and then apply a soft wash to it without, well, on your own and without like causing any damage to like the plant and wildlife. We're actually going to be using a bit of like a pump up sprayer, and I want to share this with you because when I first started soft washing, you're a bit like worried about how to actually soft wash without like causing any problems and damage. So I wanted to show you that today. Let's get into the video. See the socket? So here we've got the pressure washer on, we've got the boiler on, roughly 60 degrees, nothing too hot, and we got a Gardner telescopic pole. Some people call it a pressure pole, and we've got the little surface cleaner, Mosmatic surface cleaner to the end of it on a swivel so we can adjust the angle, and we just get it matched up to the roof. So when you're holding it, it's like nice and flat on the roof, so it just sort of slides over the tiles. And what I like to do is I like to do half of the roof, and then I'll actually invite the customer to come out and have a look once we've done it. I find that this is like just something nice to give to the customer. You can see them there just in the reflection, and they usually love it. So that's a little thing that I like to do, just see a smile on their face and just sort of like let them see the difference. It makes asking for a review a bit better. So now I'll just go ahead and finish the rest of the roof. This bit here is important. We're going to rinse the roof, get all the crap off it. It will look rubbish when we put the soft wash on if we don't rinse it off properly. Now we're going to put a turbo nozzle on the end. I've actually set the pressure too high on this. You can see me wrestling it in a minute. But there's like a little chimney, so we just use the turbo nozzle on a small area around the, not the chimney, sorry, the gutter downpipe. It's just to get it looking nice and clean. And once it's sort of dry, I will get our shooter tip and just rinse down the brickwork and just make sure all the crap's off the windows, off the bricks, and then start to soak any bits of glass, the lead. You'll see me like probably clean the bin. There's like a bin store next door, and that's wood, so I want to make sure that's nice and wet, because when we come to soft washing, if the soft wash hits a completely dry area, it's super active, so we just want to make sure if the overspray hits anything, it's already sort of like pre-soaked and diluted. You'll probably find this out when you make a few mistakes, so I'm just letting you know, make sure everything's wet before you start putting the soft wash on, before you start having clean spots everywhere. Okay, so here we're getting the soft washing ready. We've got the pump on, we've got the handle pointed in the down position, and we're basically running the system until we can start to see our soft wash solution come out. We do this on a discrete area, so we don't want to have a clean spot anywhere, and we do it until we can see soap, and then we apply it to the roof. Now we've already made sure everything's wet, and you want to be careful here because overspray can be a bit of a problem, and we'll cover as much of the roof as we can. So this is one of the tricks that I like to do when I've finished using the soft wash system and I've treated the surface that I need to treat. I basically just will flush the system into a pump up sprayer. That way I get to keep all of my product and I get to apply it to any areas that I've missed. So just take my nozzle off, purge it into here. So now I should have about 5 litres of my mix. I've got the system in flush mode. Let that fill up. It's already got my surfactant in there, everything. And then I can use that on patios, the edges of roofs. There we go. So what that's done is it's given me a solution. It's flushed water into my pump head, and that's got water in it now. So basically I've got to go and clean the patio now, and I'm not going to need to soft wash for a bit. And this sort of method just makes sure that there's water in the pump. It's just like another little trick basically, and I can use that pump up sprayer to do little edges where the overspray is going to be a bit of a problem. So here we go. Wood. This could be plants and greenery, and then right on this edge here it's a bit difficult for me to soft wash, so I've just got my pump up sprayer and I'll just do that. So what that does is just allows me to stop having any issues, and when I'm working on my own. I hope that's given you a bit more clarity on how to clean and, well, soft wash a roof. It becomes a little bit different when you're cleaning like the whole complete roof, when you've got to have your scaffolding tower, cherry picker, you're using a lance to low pressure clean the roof with like a turbo nozzle, or the little disc surface cleaner that we might use. That becomes a whole different job, but this is basically the core of how you do the job. Now if there's a big ass roof and it's surrounded by loads of trees and you've got to be really careful with the chemicals that you use, you basically do exactly the same process, but you'll use that pump up sprayer in a very delicate way. Our soft wash system does allow you to use it at a lower flow rate, so you can reduce the flow, but sometimes using a pump up sprayer is awesome, to be honest. It's cheap, it's cheerful, and you can do a lot with it. If you're just starting out and you don't have very much money, you don't need a soft wash system like we sell. But what I would say is, if you are going to buy any equipment, try and buy the best piece of equipment that you can buy. So if you're going to buy a pressure washer, buy a nice Honda machine. Try and save up. And remember, when you're buying this equipment, it's your customers that are buying the equipment. It's not you. If they're paying you to do a job, each job just add a little bit more money onto it, and before you know it, you'll be able to buy the equipment that you actually want and need. But when you're starting out, I think just having a go and learning on the job, your own process, you'll figure it out better when you actually do it yourself. But when you're ready to make that jump, we're here. Peace.